to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. I wanted to talk about earnings plays today. I think most people do it the wrong way, or at least not the way I would do it. I think most people have a tendency to place their bets before earnings announcements, and to me that's like gambling, because you don't know what the announcement's going to be, and you don't know how the markets are going to react. Even if somehow you knew what the numbers are going to be, you don't know how the markets are going to react. Even if the numbers are higher than maybe you thought they would be, it's still possible that the markets thought that they weren't good enough. Okay, so there's no way to try to predict what the market's reaction is and what the numbers are going to be. That's not a winning game, in my opinion. So I do not recommend, in most cases, and there are exceptions, but trying to predict beforehand what the earnings results are going to be, that's not a game that I like to play. Instead, I recommend placing your bets after an earnings announcement, especially if it's an earnings miss. Because if it's a company that you like and that you believe in and that you have researched thoroughly and you've looked at the charts every day, or at least you've looked at the charts regularly, and you know that it's a company that tends to recover because it's a profitable company, it recovers from earnings misses, and just any dip it tends to recover from, then you can capitalize upon that. And so I place my bets after an earnings miss. Okay, so I'll give you a few examples. Here's Walmart, all right, and there was an earnings miss right here. Bam, stock went down. Okay, big earnings miss. So what I like to do is, after an earnings miss, if it's a good, profitable company that's been around for a long time, and it's especially if it's a big company, a blue chip type of stock, those are the kinds I like best because I know that they're likely to recover from dips eventually. All right, so if you see a big earnings miss like this, I don't go long immediately. I don't buy the stock or call options immediately. I wait a few days. I wait a couple days at least. So for example, here's an earnings miss, bam, stock went down, okay? And then if you had waited a couple days and then bought, you would have done well. Stock went right back up to where it was before practically. Almost the same, just about the same level. All right, so that's one example of Walmart. Here's General Motors. And if you can see that big red candle there, okay, that's an earnings miss. It went from here, bam, right down, okay. And if you had waited a few days and then bought the stock, then you would have done nicely. It went right up to here a few days later, okay. A couple of big green green candles there. All right, that's General Motors. And here's Chipotle, Mexican Grill, CMG. And you can see where the big earnings miss is, okay. From here, bam, right down there, okay. Big earnings miss. If you had waited a couple days and then gone long, you would have done nicely. You would have profited quite well from here all the way up to here. All right, and it doesn't always work out this well. All right, there are no guarantees here. It's possible that it could have an earnings miss and just keep going down and down and down. But I like to play the probabilities. All right, and I've noticed that really good, profitable companies, they recover from earnings misses. These earnings misses are temporary. So again, if you see a big earnings miss, wait a couple days, because for the next couple of days, analysts are going to say terrible things about the company, mostly because of the earnings miss. They're going to say that the company is in bad shape or whatever, which I don't believe what analysts have to say about it. I make my own decision, and then if it's a great company, and especially if it's a larger company, then I like to go long. Oftentimes, after a couple days after that earnings miss, let the analysts say what they have to say. Wait a few days, go long, and you may very well get a nice profit from that if you hold on. Okay, so That's how I like to play earnings a lot of the time. Just something for you to think about. I want you to make your own decisions. Alright, so if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, leave comments, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, and if you want to contact me, you can email me anytime at davidmodell@gmail.com. Thanks a lot for checking my videos out. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you again soon.